and welcome to this vlog all about using the whiteboard, what to use it for, how to use it, and why. Okay, so let's talk about the whiteboard. The whiteboard can be a great tool to focus the learning. That's the first point I want to make. Why use the whiteboard? If the Brady is taken away from the material and focused on the whiteboard, they will then only be focusing on that correction or on the example you have put on the whiteboard. It is a great way to pull in or draw in their focus to the grammar rule, the correction, or whatever you have decided to put on the whiteboard, whether it be a full sentence, a dialogue you would like them to practice, or a grammar rule, or even an extension question where you would like them to fill in the blank spaces or fill out the sentence. So drawing them to the whiteboard, making the whiteboard the only thing that they can see on the screen, really draws their focus in and allows them to realize, oh, this is important. So now let's say you would like to extend on a particular grammar rule. You can write the sentences on the board and leave out those particular words you would like them to self-correct or find. I swimming yesterday. I didn't swimming yesterday. So what this will do is you want to promote them to find I went swimming yesterday. I didn't go swimming yesterday. So this is a great way to enable an older level Brady or higher level Brady to use self-correction and to use the whiteboard to your advantage in your lessons. You could then ask them to create their own examples and their own sentences using that grammar rule. So not only can we use the whiteboard for extension, we can use it for correction, full sentences, even an icebreaker game or icebreaker activity or post or pre-material activity. So let's talk a bit about the first one, correction. Okay. So the Brady has said, I like red apple. Okay, so I like red apple. So let's try our first correction technique. The quizzical look. I like red apple. They're still not getting it. Let's pull up the whiteboard. Let's type in, I like red apple. And let's square off apple using the other classroom tools. So now they've got a white screen or a black screen depending on what classroom you're in and that sentence. So now we can ask them, now with your gestures, now with your inflection, I like red apple. Now they can see, okay, there's something wrong here. And you can encourage them to use the pen to fix the sentence, to repeat the sentence. Perhaps you will ask them, okay, now what's wrong? And then they can focus on that sentence to correct it and things like that. So that is how you can use the whiteboard for correction, or just one example of how you can use the whiteboard for correction. You can type out the correction and ask them to use the pen or to ask them, what's wrong with this sentence? So now let's have a look at this correction. I like dog. We can type it on the whiteboard. We can underline the mistake and give them the pen, and hopefully they will then respond and correct it. I like dogs. Now next, let's talk about eliciting full sentences. Another great way. You've asked them, what is it? And they've said dog, cat. Amazing, well done. Let's pull up the whiteboard and type in, this is a, these are, it's a, and then you leave the spaces. Now you can ask them, what is it? And square off, this is a, so that they know, okay, this is a dog, this is a cat. Again, flashcards and things like that, word boards, your own whiteboards. So now let's pretend this is the whiteboard within the classroom and you have asked the Brady, what is it? and they have said fish. Now we want to show them, or we want to encourage them, some self-correction, but also use the whiteboard as that tool. You can write down. Now we would like to ask them to fill out that long sentence. It's a fish. Within observations, when we are doing observations, we do count the whiteboard as a prop. So it is there to be used as a prop within your lesson. It is there to be used as an extra resource for you to be able to use in your lessons for things like correction, full sentences, and maybe even a game or two, or icebreaker or two. And of course, the very popular Pictionary. Okay, so we could show them 1 apple, 2 apples. We could show them 1 apple, 2 apples. And there we go. Thank you for listening. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye-bye.